You recorded me, right?
Yeah.
Record me. Go ahead. No. You need your own place. Each mouse to his house. Get your own place with your name on it.
My name is on the lease, sweetheart.
Your name is not on nothing.
My name is on the lease, sweetheart.
You know what? Oh, I'm your sweetheart now.
My name is on the lease.
I'm your sweetheart now.
What do you want me to call you?
You came out this coochie and you saying I'm your sweetheart?
What's wrong with you?
No, baby girl. You know what?
You need to read the Bible. You need to read the Bible.
I'm going to break your phone. I'm going to break your phone.
And I'm going to have to call the cops.
Call them. Call them.
Get her out
You better call them then.
Whoa.
Call them.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Call.
Okay. You're abusing me. You're going to get arrested.
Shalom, shalom, Yabashima Shabar Kokonash Makatham, call Allah Yabashim Yahushai. Divine is the apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed sight taste to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth sincerity. That's right, I'm off of the Nebraska camp. This is GMS quick hit type of deal, man. Just watching this video, as you know, I go outside, I put it up in post production. But just going, showing that, this place is getting wicked by the year, man. Shit by the day, Matter of fact, I had the starting precept just came back to me. Gonna get this one straight out the gate in Jeremiah 10:2. Okay. Going to Jeremiah 10:2. Well, I started at 10:1. It says, "Hear ye the word of the Lord, speaking unto you, O house of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Okay? "For the cutsome of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe." Okay, so this is, really goes into the idol worship, which this in particular goes back to Christmas. But the whole point is to learn not the way of the heathen. And the thing is that, just like Satan with Eve, he's going to entice you to rebel against Yahweh Shem Yahushai and his laws for self-benefit, but ultimately it'll destroy you. Okay? Going against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's judgment and laws. Okay? And even a stupid clown of a daughter says, don't you read the Bible? Well, hey, I got a precept for you. Okay? I got a precept for this little piece of shit. All right. Let's see here. We're going to go to Sirach chapter 3 and 8. It says, honor thy father and mother, both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them. For the blessing of thy father established houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. Did you read that? I'm sure you haven't. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy dishonor is no glory unto thee. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. Okay, so you're not supposed to, you shouldn't be disrespecting your parents. The Lord chose those individuals to give you birth. That's in the Ten Commandments. Honor thy mother and thy father. Like what are you talking about? And you want to go run to Esau? I'm gonna call it. They're gonna separate you, put you in the system, maybe send your ass off to be trafficked and be a sex slave. Should actually pray that happens to a person that does that type of shit on a parent, man. Playing games, calling your mother sweetheart. I know you're in your teens and you kind of feeling yourself. I ain't seen no shit like this. Hey, my mom would have dog walked me, man. pull something like that, man. And then the whole neighborhood would have got on my ass, man. That's how it was when I was younger. You did something that egregious, you'll get a whooping all the way up until, everybody be on you, man. You know, but this generation, they wax worse and worse, man. And it's because of the mothers and the parents, really in particular. I would say the parents, because the fathers are not exempt as well. Okay. A lot of these thug babies, grown ass thug babies walking around, don't have nothing to offer to their children, no morals, no concepts, no structures, no values. And the same with the mother. They don't nurture. They just play with the child. Okay. And this is what you get. Somebody that is, antagonizing you to anger, trying to trigger you, fucking with you. There's no respect there. Okay. It's this whole place is out of order, and it's maddening and it's, infuriating to see some shit like that, but it is what it is. All right. So let's get this right here. Matthews 10:34 says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household." Why? Because they let Esau get into their house, man. I'll call the police on you. They're gonna take you away, because don't let me, because you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to let me be the equal up in this motherfucker. That's what she's pretty much saying when she says she want to talk how she want to talk. Probably ain't paying no rent. Kind of crazy. It's crazy, man. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So what is that saying at the end? It's pretty much we're supposed to put the Most High first. That's what happens when you copy your child, when you play with them, when you make them your equal, when you do all these things, man. So Sirach the 15th chapter tells you about that. Okay? He that don't reprove of a matter of fact, let's get it, man. All right. 'Cause this is like it's beyond me. Sirach 30, not 15. 15 must be a different chapter on the spirit, man. Uh Even though it's talking about the son, it applies to the men, first of all, but it also will apply to the women as well when you talk about certain habits. Okay. Sirach 30:7 says, "He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds." And what does that mean? It means that when your son is doing some dumb shit and he get that from his mama, or you know what I'm saying, he'll grow out of it, or he's smart for his age, and you see him tootsie rolling or peep hopping. Oh, he's so smart. You gonna make him you're binding up his wounds. You're not cleansing it. Okay, you're trying to hide the imperfections of your child through bragging about him. Okay, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. He can't take no judgment, man. Okay, a horse not broken becoming headstrong. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? You gotta, especially with boys, and the scriptures tell you with a girl, keep them in straightly. We're gonna get that as well. Apparatus, my memory holds, you know. But getting back to this, it says a horse not broken becoming headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. They're gonna want to do what they want, and they don't know what the fuck they want. That's why Esau is allowing them to do gender changes and all that, because they want them to be. They know the height of their rebellious nature is during puberty, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm from Philly, puberty. Uh, it says, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? When you just let them be free and explore and learn things and all that. No, some things people are not supposed to be around. All right. That's just common sense. If I work in a factory and that there's areas in factories and jobs that only certain people can go into. I don't got the right to sit there and say, well, I want to explore. It's like, no, nigga, you're not authorized. Okay. There's something called the scope of practice. A child has a child's scope of practice. A teenager has a teenager's scope of practice. You don't take a teenager to Freaknik. You don't take them to drug deals. You don't take them to anything that you don't take them to bars. You don't take them to, it goes on and on and on. You don't take them to places that they shouldn't be in. That's ahead of their time. Okay? You don't let your child be in a room while you're laying with or while you're groping with your woman. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with showing decent affection, but to sit there and that's what these new people do. Call them the new people. Uh, is that they'll sit there and be all on each other, all in public, showing that like even normal people, when they were in public and they did that, it was just like, oh, man, get a room, you know? So why is it, oh, we need to, y'all do it. We should be able to public display our things. No, not like that, man. Okay? And it causes people to see, learn. But Esau wants that, man. He wants this place to be violent and freaky. Okay? And he's aiming at the children, and women are dumb just for they feel empowered to get control. They want to, hey, look, Esau, look what I did to my kid. Hey, look. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with the cause. You know, give me more awards, give me more attention, or whatever they want. But back to the scriptures, is conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. See? Because, hey, the mother's at fault, the parents at fault as well. Okay? You play with your child too much, dance. Like, hey, the old school moms, I ain't your little friend. I ain't one of your little friends. All right? What happened to that part? Okay? Laugh not with him, least thou have sorrow with him, and least thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. Right? Don't let them do what the hell they want, wear what they want, eat what they want. No, you eat what I cook. You know, like when is it that kids got options, man? You ain't paying no bills, but all this leaks into adult behavior. To think that just because you exist, you deserve everything, and you have no ability to fight that off or stop a person with habits that's engraved that deep. Okay, it says bow down his neck while he is young, which means pretty much be strict on him. Okay, and beat him on the sides. Beat him on the sides. Like she said, I'll break this phone. And you're gonna the cops gonna get called. And then when she started whooping her ass, okay, oh, you're gonna go to jail. This is the society Esau created, man. You can't even discipline children, but you can discipline an adult. You can shoot an adult down. You can incarcerate them, send them to jail. You know what I'm saying, for making mistakes. But which is a worse system than what parents are doing to their children. And you act like that's the worst thing on planet Earth. But you pulling up on a nigga with a BB gun or who broke the law, and then you get on their neck or you strangle them or you shoot them down, and then people in the comments, oh, he was a criminal. Well, what about children when they violate rules? What are they? Since when do you get to be dehumanized for violating rules? And when is it okay and when is it not okay? You're pretty much being an enabler when you got children that are not allowed to be disciplined for breaking rules and being disrespectful, And then they get to live this life of liberty without, not only without judgment, but you have a system to defend you through child protective services, right? So I encourage you to do more evil, okay? Because the children don't know better. That's why when a child used to go to jail when they was young, they was tried as a juvenile, and you couldn't do too much until they became an adult. That's why it's a difference. But it's clear as day that Esau is creating an environment to fester demonic nature, man. All right. Even though they allow that with their kids aren't around heroin and fentanyl and strippers and prostitutes and drug dealers. And, you know, they're in these parks, these areas, these well played areas. They don't have to worry about catching on to all this stuff. But now social media, it's a gift and a curse. And for Esau, it's a gift. I mean, it's a curse. That is a gift to us, I would say. That they're learning the ways of all this wickedness, want to be drill rappers and taking all these drugs, you know, that their mom and their parents are leaving around because these Edomite kids in these suburbs don't got access to hood drugs. They may be fascinated. Only the women that come down, but the men ain't playing them games. There's some that would, very few. But my point is that they're getting that shit from the parents, man. That's just a side note, man. But let's get back to scripture. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient to thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart. Chastise thy son, I mean, get on his ass. Everything he do, you want him. You ridicule him. You're, hey, don't do that. Raising your child ain't about making them happy. It's about making them to be a person like unto yourself, a person that's better than yourself. Okay? If I became a man of the Lord at age 24, my son's going to be a man of the Lord out the gate. Of course, it's the Lord's choosing as far as if the Spirit is dealing with him. But as far as how things are ran, what you're eating, how you dress, how you operate, as long as you're under my house, it's my rules, and you're going to live like an Israelite. And it's not going to be by force feeding, but it's going to be by, there ain't no other choice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let you be no Catholic in my house. I ain't gonna let you be no Muslim in my house. Or whatever. No gender changes in my house. You ain't doing none of that. All right? Because this is how I run my house. All right? That's just simple and plain. And we all, hey, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. You feel me? As for me and my house, right? That's how it's gonna work, right? But get turned up. I'm a parent, man, so it says chastise thy son and hold him to labor. You see, least he's lewd behavior being offensive to thee. Don't let your child be up in there on Fortnite. When your child wakes up, they need to clean up. They need to wash something. They need to clean something. All right. They need to have a productive hobby. They need to have productive study skills. They need to have sit down quiet time. They need to learn how to sit their ass down. They need to learn how to get off them sugars. Like stop giving your child an iPad to be a babysitter. Stop giving your kids sugar and options when they don't want to do what you tell them to do. That a parent's job is not to love your child, but to raise them, man. Okay? And this woman, more than likely, she loved on her child, and she had her attitude problems. And then when they got old enough to smell themselves, they start barking back. Okay? But at that point, that child don't know no fear of that parent. All right? But it says, better is the poor being sound and stronger constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Yeah, that's pretty much where it stops at, Salakia. But yeah, verse up, chastise thy son, let's go to chastise real quick, and then we're gonna get this last verse I was mentioning. To inflict upon, chastise etymology, to inflict upon, to punish, to recall to duty, to punish for the purpose of correcting or reclaiming, to warn, advise, instruct, chastise, admonish, punish, dominate, tame, to set or keep right, to reprove, chasten, punish, literally to make pure. You know what I'm saying? Beat the nigga out of him, man. Work the nigga out of him. Work that laziness out of him. Work them so much that even the low level of their laziness is still hard work because you work them so much. You know what I'm saying? Discipline them so much, even that when they get weak in discipline, it's still more disciplined than the average child, right? I mean, it goes on and on. That's why the Chinese is just excelling in these East Indians because they are chastising them kids since birth. May not be in the right way, but it shows you the results of when you put a yoke on that child's neck. They become doctors and lawyers and they got a system. Take that money back to their country, You know. But Jake just wanna have fun with their kids, man. And then they grow up headstrong. Okay? So let's get this last precept. Yeah, we're gonna go into Sirach chapter 7. And we'll start at 22. It's the reason I want to get 22 first. It says, "Hast thou cattle? Have an eye to them. And if that they be for thy profit, keep them with thee." Okay. Your children is like cattle, you know. And a child, or namely a woman, is she's really a profit for you because you're supposed to sell your child off. You know, it's not like child trafficking. You will marry your child off, and when you do, you receive there's a dowry that comes with it. Pretty much, the father of that son had to pay the father of that daughter a dowry for his child. Okay, so you look that up. All right, you'll see. Just put in dowry and you'll see. All right, has thou children, instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth, meaning be on their ass, sit down, do this. You know what I'm saying? Do that. You know, uh, um, like my son. You know, with my rib, my son will stand up in the seat while he's eating, man. Sit up, oh, he just does that. It's like, no, that's not allowed. That's not approved. I'm gonna keep sitting you down over and over and over and over, and then you're gonna get spanked, sat down, spanked. Eventually, you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but it's no different than a dog. All right? How do you train a dog? Through repetition. And I guarantee you, with a dog in a scenario, they won't do that no more. Okay? So, ass whoopings work, man. All right? Because children don't know no better. They're going to challenge everything. They want to find out. It says, "Has thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful towards them." Right? If you have a daughter, you're supposed to take care. She's supposed to be in shape. She's supposed to be clean, washed up, nice and beautiful. Okay? And don't be all giddy towards them. Always, you know what I'm saying? You gotta fight for your love, man. You give it, your love really is to take care of them. But that playing, that, oh, I'm so happy. The only time you accomplish something, man. All right? Give them something to fight for. Don't just dump it all on them and let them have it. And they feel like they're owed this now. Okay? I forget what there was like a saying that if you give somebody something in a continuation, they're going to expect it. And then after a while, they're going to demand it. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn. If I go to work and you just give me my check and then I work, I'm going to expect it the next time, especially if you do it 2 times in a row. And then if you do it for a month or a year, I'm going to demand it. Where my money at, man? I ain't clocking into y'all. Give me my money. You know what I'm saying? So how much more when you pouring affection and happiness and all that? Now they gotta work for that, man. All right? Not saying that you're supposed to be all bitter all day. It's like just do what you do. If you ain't get for my child, you ain't get first place, man. We ain't going nowhere. You better start working. You better get back to work. Back to the drawing board. Because we only want winners around here. You know what I'm saying? Because, oh, you don't be hard. Look, man, you got these niggas out here. You got these women out here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't be a lady, you ain't getting respected. You know, you got to be a lady at a young age. Cross your legs. Don't be up in here on the niggas' face. Don't do that. You know? The son, you stop crying. Stand up. Do this, do that. Because once you get out to the real world, when your parents aren't around, when you aren't around to sit there and say, don't do that to my child. No, hey, that's my kid or whatever, however you want to do it, however these neglect parents do. When you're not around and then you got that structured child that's performing, your child gonna feel like shit when you got Tyrone, the dude that's been built up from his age to play a sport, or the other kid that's been built up from a young age to be smart, or a young kid has been built up from a young age to be beautiful, pretty, elegant. And then you got your kid that your daughter sits with her legs open like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? She don't know how to, walk properly, stand properly. And now she's getting passed up. Or she don't know any ethics about how to carry herself. I'm not saying she's getting passed up because she's looking for niggas. But the whole point is she need to be a prize. She need to be something that men want to pick up. Okay? Not with how she wearing booty shorts and all that. What I mean by how she carry herself. Okay? How she conducts herself. She should be, as the scripture say, has marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. You see? So now, in a time of our time, all right, when we were ruling, the men, the fathers gave the daughters off. That's what, to be endowed, Mary and Joseph, that was a arranged marriage, man. Okay? And that's what we did because that's the more suitable way to marry a woman off. The women don't know how to choose no men. If that was the case, they'll get it right the first time. You know? They get it right the first time. Now, men can have multiple women. That's just what it is. And a man to take care of women, it's not nothing to take, well, it is a lot. But it's not nothing to take care of a woman in theory. Let's say, you protect and you provide. You know what I'm saying? That's a man's job, but a woman is supposed to serve that man. And women don't know how to do that, and women don't know how to pick the men they want to serve because you're getting into a contract. Ladies, understand this, ladies, that you're signing when you lay with that man. You sign that contract. That's you writing your name on that contract. So if you sign a contract to a nigga that don't believe in the Most High, that is lazy, that he's effeminized or whatever, then you have to stay under that contract. You signed it. You can't try to get up and change this guy. You can't get up and try to make him be the man that you want him to be because he had sensual attributes, earthly attributes. He was tall, or he got you right in bed, or he had some money because he sold drugs. Now you want him to be a clean person. Nah, man, you signed the contract to what you got. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. But outside of that, man, um, this child in this video is just an example of how far away from our culture we have gotten, our ways, and how closer we are to Esau's ways. Okay? And what it produces. All right? It produces confusion, disorder, anger, anything negative with human existence. It just creates that environment. And it's disguised as happiness, but only to the person that's benefiting. All right? But yeah, I could go on and on, but man, hey, we're gonna end it there. Hey, y'all, but you man, so